Hello guys, this is my first poker vlog. My name is Mihael. I live and work here in Denmark. I love playing poker for fun. So just a quick introduction. I own a house here in Denmark. I have a girlfriend named Susan who's pregnant at the moment with a baby girl. And then I have a son, 6 years old, William, from a previous relationship. And my girlfriend Susan has a cat who hates my guts. His name is Gizmo. I love him to death. He's an old geezer, really annoying. We go way back. He shits in my closet and pisses in my shoes. So a great story. I'll tell you about it some other time. Enough of that. Just a quick about poker history. I played regularly for the last 3 years now in Poker Selling Club here in Denmark. We do some nice tournaments. We're around 30 people plus. Great atmosphere. Love the place. Love the people. So I do play a little bit online. With a minor success, you know. I was in Vegas, we cashed out a big money there, so I'm an amateur, but I guess I know what I'm doing, you know, so always room for improving, right? So I did have a mentor, Henrik Lund. Thank you so much for being my mentor, for showing me the basic poker, introducing me to the solid fundamental which poker is built on. Another person is Anders Poulsen, who's my boss. He's a great guy. We do talk about hand histories and discuss the strategies, strategies, Anders Poulsen, and that's a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, you get better like that. So. And quick about purpose of these vlogs. First of all, I am a huge fan of Brad Owen and Johnny Vibes. Those guys have great vlogs with great entertainment, nice hands. Those guys play cash mainly. Brad started to play some tournaments and stuff, but mostly they play cash game in and around Vegas. I got inspired by those two guys, and I said, okay, my hobby pays itself now. What do I do to go to the next level? Why don't I give it a go and do some poker vlogs? Hopefully they'll be funny. You'll see some nice hands. See how sometimes you play good, sometimes you play bad. Hopefully at the end of the day you make money. That's the purpose of these vlogs. The big dream is, of course, maybe someday to live off this, if that's even possible. But for now, I just want to get better and entertain you guys and learn and just play poker for fun. Because my life in general is pretty good. I'm happy where I am at the moment. So this is short for now. Last Monday I played in Selling. For first tournament this season. Let's go into this and see some hands, and hopefully this will be entertaining for you. And but let's go into it now and enjoy. Here we go. This first hand, we get dealt Ace King off. We're in a small blind. I read a book once. It says yes, that's a good hand. You're supposed to do something with it. There's one limper in front of us, so we go ahead and make this hand a little bit more exciting. So we raise to 400. Big blind folds. The limper calls. We go to the flop. I apologize, didn't get this one for you. The flop is ace high, 2 hearts. The right action here would be to bet again, to deny the flush, of course, draw. I don't know what I was thinking. I decided to check, to trap somehow on this board, which is really stupid. The The limper checks back. The turn is another heart. We go ahead and bet 600 here. The flush gets there. Well, we want to just test where we are at. When the limper decides to call, we get the information we need. She's on a draw, otherwise she would raise us. So when the river is another heart, we are done with this hand. I go ahead and check. The limper bets and I fold. Well, the flop was not nice to us there, but we move to this next hand, Jack 9 of clubs. The action is player to my right bets 150. I call. I believe 3 other players call as well. So we go 4 ways to this flop. With these suited connectors, you want to hit big, otherwise just let them go. So the flop is ace jack 6, 1 club. We got second pair and a backdoor flush draw. We go ahead and check this one. Checks all the way through. The turn is a queen of clubs. Now we add a flush draw to our hand. We bet 500 for value here. Player 2 calls. Everybody else folds. And the river is a 4 of heart. Irrelevant card. The hand goes check, check. I should have betted more here. Player 2 has pocket sixes. I mean, he's got a pair of sixes. We got a pair of jacks, so we scooped that one in. This next hand, we get dealt Jack 9 of spades. I check my options here. The flop is all reds, king high. We got shit. So this hand actually goes check, check 3 times. Nobody has anything. I got jack high. Player 1 takes it down with ace high. So not a great result, but these suited connectors are exciting hands when you do hit big, because they're easy to disguise, and yeah, just have to let them go if they don't hit, so no problem. This next hand, we're in small blind. Blinds are 100, 200. We got dealt pocket jacks. Those guys are really nice to see in your hand. We go ahead and I think it's 2 limpers. Actually, in front of me is 2 limpers. We go ahead and spike it up to 800. The player to my left snap re-raises me to 600. I mean 1,600. Of course, we're gonna call. We want to see the flop. I do set him on an ace king, queens, kings, or aces, since he only click raised me. The flop is king high. I'm pretty sure I'm beat here, so I go ahead and check it over to him. He bets 2,500. I think about it. I look at him. I get my chips ready to see his reaction. I get a tell that he's got the nuts. I decide to fold this one, face up. Player to my left is a nice guy, so he shows me ace king. Says good fold, and yeah. We move to this next hand here. We got dealt queen jack off. The action in front of me is I'm first to open. Sorry, first to open here. The blinds are 200, 100. I open to 600 here. I believe the small blind calls, everybody else folds. We go to the flop is ace, 10, 7, 2 clubs. This is a dangerous board since I don't have any clubs in my hand. You should never do that. I decide to be stupid here, to bet 600 on a dangerous board like that, on a dangerous flop like that. It's suicidal, so you're just throwing money away. You never see bet on this board. Well, the player, the small blind calls me, of course, for 600. The turn is a club, so the flush gets there. Flush draw gets there. We go ahead and check. Small blind bets small, and at least we fold this time.
but the 600 was unnecessary. I should have just given up on the hand, but yeah. We move to this next hand here where blinds are 100, 200. We need some rockets. We want to go to the moon. And what do you know? We get dealt pocket aces. I read a book once where it says aces are the best hand. We want to make some money here. The action in front of us is player 1 bets 600. Player 2 calls for 600, action on me. I decide to 3-bet this one to 3,000. Player 1 folds. Player 2 decides, it's kind of weird here, says call and doesn't do anything with his chips. And then people start teasing me why I re-raised so much. And I asked him, did you put any chips in? Or since you said call? And then he says, here we go, and then he puts them all in there. I, of course, use this chance to snap call. I'm not worried. I got pocket aces. Unless he's got pocket aces, we're good. He's in trouble. He's got ace king, and the flop is jack, 10, and my heart stops. Why is this happening to me? I hope he doesn't hit the queen. At least we have flush draw. The flop hold, the aces hold. Oh boy, why does it have to be this difficult? You always have to sweat it out. We double through player 2. Life is good. We are happy dolphins. Aces are good to us, so a great result there. Why don't they come around more often? We like to see them, so yeah. We move to this next hand here. We get dealt 9-8 off. Not a great hand, but action in front of us. Blinds are 200, 100. Action in front of us. Player under the gun opens to 600. We call. I believe there's big blind calls as well. We're 3 ways to this flop. The flop is jack to 7, rainbow. Nothing for us there, only gut shot. So I go ahead and check. It checks all the way through. The turn is an ace. It checks. This one goes check, check again. So on the river we spike a 10. It's just what we need. Life is good. Big blind bets 1,000 this time. Player under the gun folds. I decide to bet to re-raise small here. I guess I was thinking she only has an ace. I put her on an ace, so she'll call this at least. She does just that. Yeah. And she shows 2 pair. I should have betted more there or go all in. Well, great result anyway. So this time we're in a small blind. Blinds are 150, 300. Action is player under the gun, raises to 950. We got dealt ace-7 of clubs. Of course we want to see the flop. We're going to play the nut flush draw. So I call in small blind. Go to the flop, heads up. The flop is 2, 5, 8, 1 club. Not a great flop, but at least we want to stick around for one streak. Want to see if we'll get there on the flush. So go ahead and check. It goes check. The turn is 10 of diamonds. We hit absolutely nothing, so we're done with this hand. I check. And the player 1 bets. And of course, we'll let this one go easy. This hand, we are under the gun. We got dealt king 10 of spades. We're limping. Player 1 limps as well. I did notice player on my right was a low stack, so this was one of the biggest 3 mistakes I made this tournament. He shoves on me. I decide to be stupid here. I don't know why I called. This is 1/3 of my stack. If I wanted to gamble, at least I should have shoved here to to go heads up. Really poor decision. You should never risk your chips like that. Now player behind me goes into the tank, has a choice here. If she would decide to shove on me here, I would have to fold, and that is 5,000 chips away. Goodbye. Really stupid. King 10 is so weak. Oh my god, I don't know what I was thinking there. So when player behind me decides to fold to we flipped King 10, we're up against Ace 9, Ace on a turn. Even though we hit the king, we are beat here. So player to my right doubles through me. This next hand, we got Queen Jack off. And this is mistake. I believe this is after the break. This late in the tournament, you should never open with Queen Jack off under the gun. It's too weak. Blinds are 200, 400. We open for 1,100. Big blind calls. Everybody else folds. We go to the flop. I apologize, didn't get this one for you either. We do hit a queen here. So we have a pair of queens. The player to my right has Ace 7 of hearts, so he's on a draw. So we bet here 1,300. Of course he calls. I don't remember what the turn was, but I decide to check here on the turn. He checks back. He gets a free card, and of course on the river he hits his flush, not flush actually. So I go ahead and check again. On the river, he's first on the river to act, of course. He goes and check, tries to trap me here. I don't fall for that, so I got a pair of queens. He's got the nush flush, so he of course takes this one down. Another little mistake here, of course, but yeah. This time, I think this is the biggest mistake in my eyes in the tournament. King Jack off in the middle position. Blinds are 200, 400. Again, I have 8,500 chips. It's a clear mistake. I didn't spot that there was a low stack. He shoves on me, of course, for a total of 3,200. I decide to call because I already put 1,100 in the pot. So I decide to call, which is another mistake. There's a player behind me to act. He's a good friend of mine and as an aggressive player, so he could just easily shove on me there. But this time he was nice to me, so at least I see the flop. We're clearly in trouble here and we need some help. And let's see the flop. We go to the flop three ways. And the flop is all small cards. The flop is shit, so we go ahead and check. We got nothing. My good friend, he bets 5,000. I fold. Small stack turns over ace king. He's against pocket nines. He needs some help, or otherwise he's going home. He doesn't hit anything, so my good friend Frederick, he takes this one down. And this is the last hand of the tournament. Click race in my big blind. 2 players called. Pot odds are great. I got 9-3. It's crap. I do hit a little. I do hit a 3, but there's 3 diamonds. The turn is a 10. Sand goes check, check, of course. On the flop, check, check on the turn. Irrelevant 5 on the river. It goes check to me again. I decide to be stupid again here. Trying to represent the flush this late is really not a great idea. Player to my left, Frederick, my good friend, he goes into the tank. He decides to call. Player behind him goes in the tank. He has got something as well. They both got me beat. Terrible result. I know I'm beat, so I didn't even make a mistake returning over my hand too early. And while the player behind me is still to act, so we're clearly beat, so we know we're going home. So, yeah. Frederick takes my chips. I get sent home. and I get a nice fuck finger from this certain player. I know he'll be my biggest fan. I'm not gonna name any names because I get in trouble. So yeah, not a great result, but well, this is how it is when you play poorly. So
this was it, guys. Out of 25 players, I ended up being number 21. It's kind of disappointing. Normally, I do stick around a bit longer, so but I guess it's not a surprise. I made a lot of mistakes, they were costly, so I didn't put up just a good hands for you guys. I did some stupid things as well, so I do have to apologize though for not getting all the flops for you on video. A couple of ones I didn't make it. I guess I was, yeah, I'm kind of amateur, so I do apologize for that, but I will do better next time. I will get more confident, and while I try to remember to do the action and all the flops for you, I will try to get better with my comments too, so you get all the entertainment out of it, as promised. This is it for now. I would really like... I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed. If you want to leave any comments down below, that would be much appreciated. I'll try to reply them. I am looking forward to next Monday, where hopefully we will win this next one. And thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.